Hey guys, what's up? Okay, today I have something very special planned. I've been planning this video for such a long time, but as you know me, I am like one of the biggest procrastinators on this fucking earth. So pretty much what we're gonna be doing today is putting on a bald cap because we about to be Caillou. I'm very excited for this video only because I thought this was like more of like my creative, funny side, not so like stereotypical YouTuber. I thought this was something that's out of the norm. And I don't know if anybody's ever done this. I really hope not. So I'm like one of a kind or whatever. I'm like super excited to see myself like with a bald head. I've never been bald my entire life, so I was just thinking, wow, I really like want to see how I look bald. And I really want to just dress up as Caillou, so I just put two and two together and was like, oh, I can make this a video. So that's what we're doing today, and I'm very excited to be doing this. I've had this planned forever. Just so you guys know, I have not watched videos on how to put on a bald cap whatsoever. I have no idea how to do this, so I'm gonna be learning as you're watching. So the chances of this being a disaster are like pretty high. Also, I forgot to mention, I have a couple of questions that I had asked some of my followers on IG to like give me so I can include in this video because I didn't want it to be so boring. I actually wanted to have like some context behind it and stuff. So I'm gonna be answering questions throughout the video, and I don't know how real they're gonna get. I don't remember these questions verbatim. This is a question from my good friend Gianna. Do you think breaking out of your depression can trigger your spiritual awakening? To an extent, yeah. I don't think everybody finds the same enlightenment. Like, yes, people might get themselves out of that hole, and that's like really good, but maybe not everybody gets spiritual. But I do think that a lot of people that just find spirituality, it is because they were in a dark place and then they find that enlightenment, and you know how the rest goes. But pretty much, yeah, I think it's possible. Do I think it happens to everyone that goes through depression? No, but it is a good outcome from it, so I would hope it happens to more people than not. I'm like so nervous. Like, what if I'm not a cute bald person? I'm gonna be really sad. So we're gonna start with the wig cap. I have no idea how to put this on, but we're gonna try to do this. Also, I'm a lot more tanner now. So the bald cap might be a little too like light complected for me, but we're just gonna try to make the most of it. I don't know how I'm supposed to put my, maybe I'm supposed to put my hair like up, right? Oh god, this is gonna be so ugly. I feel like I'm like one of the ugliest people on this earth with my hair up. Like, bruh, I go from like a cute 7 to like a 2. Okay, no, but on some real. Okay. I don't know how to put my hair up. My hair's like not used to being up because I literally have it down like every day of my life. And I have like some of the biggest ears on this earth, hence why like growing up I never really liked to put my hair up and all that stuff because my ears were so damn big. But now I just kind of don't care. It's just my hair looks weird when I put it up. So that's why I don't be doing it. Okay, I hope this is the way that things are supposed to be going. I don't know how correct this is, but I'm just gonna make the most of this. Okay, so we have a bun on. Now we're gonna put on the wig cap. Oh, I need to put like all that back. You know us Mexican girls, we be hairy or whatever. But yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna be reading the instructions. While I read the instructions, I'm just gonna put in a couple of questions that I'm gonna be answering throughout the video. Deandra, my very good friend Deandra, asked, would you rather be smart or beautiful? Well, when you have the privilege of being both, you don't have to choose. But if I really had to choose, I would say smart for sure, because like, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure majority of humans on this earth care about their exterior, and it feels nice to take care of yourself and practice self-care and body care, skincare, whatever. Like all that stuff is like really good and dandy, and it's good to have self-confidence. But to me, like what really matters in this world is kind of just like my head and my emotional knowledge, and just like knowledge of everything, you know, like having spiritual knowledge, having knowledge of things that you're not into, having knowledge of things you're super into, having knowledge of psychology, philosophy. I'm a Sagittarius, so the philosopher in me would be damned to be beautiful but stupid. Which is why I would choose to be beautiful. No. Which is why I would choose to be smart, because I feel like that could take me so much further in life. And I know there's like pretty girl privilege, but pretty girl privilege is not going to teach me how to build a PC. Pretty girl privilege is not going to teach me about emotional intelligence and how to deal with my chakras, you know? So whatever. Anyways, yeah, I would choose to be smart. Deandra asked me a lot of questions, so I'm just not even gonna be saying like, oh, Deandra asked me, I'm pretty much just gonna keep people's names out of it at this point. But shout out to Deandra for sending me hella questions. You're a real one. But anyways, okay, she asked me favorite food. Genuinely, like my favorite delicacy, and like I really want to go vegan someday, but it's just really hard because I really love pizza. Even though that's not my favorite delicacy, that's my favorite food. Like I could eat that for breakfast. I can eat it for lunch, dinner. I like pretty much like pizza is just my holy grail. Like you can't mess pizza up. You really can't. Like it's just like regular cheese pepperoni pizza, like mwah, chef's kiss, literally. Okay, but my favorite like fancy food or delicacy would definitely have to be crab. But not your typical like Red Lobster. I would say more crab from like if you go to a beach and it's like fresh and stuff. Like, oh wow, that tastes so amazing. I also like oysters. But yeah, those are my favorite foods. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm trying to think of what my favorite treat is. I don't really have a sweet tooth, but I don't know but I like cheese. I like put cheese on top of anything, melted cheese, string cheese. I used to like, okay, this is gonna be kind of embarrassing, but when I was like a little kid, I was literally like in 2nd or 3rd grade, and it was the middle of the night. I'd wake up and I would go to the kitchen, and we had like the block of cheese, like cheddar, and I would literally cut like a whole chunk of it and just like take it to my room and eat it. Like who wakes up in the middle of the night, cuts a block of cheese, and is like, yummy. Like I was a weird kid, okay, and I kind of I don't think the weird went away, but that's what makes me unique. This is a little random, but do you ever wonder like the people that they make like model for this? It's like I would feel very uncomfortable if the one thing that I had to model was a bald cap. I would be like, what the fuck? Like, couldn't I model like a freaking like a pirate costume or something? You're really gonna make me model a bald cap? If you could be anyone for a day, who would it be? Who would I want to be for a day? I think I'd want to be Jake Paul. You know, just having one day to be like the biggest douchebag on planet Earth. Actually, you know what? That's Austin McBroom, but I'd still prefer to be Jake Paul over Austin McBroom. Sorry. Enough of the questions. We're gonna be putting this bad boy on. And I'm excited. I'm very excited about this. Oh god, this is like the furthest thing from my color. What the heck? This looks like a swimming cap. Okay, I don't know how good this is. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I really got the cheapest one off Amazon because I was like, I'm never gonna use this again. And okay, this is bad. Like what? How? We're just gonna pretend that it works, okay? This is a ripoff. Nobody ever get this stupid bald cap. Unless you're supposed to like put liquid latex over it. This is really bad. Whatever. One thing no one would know about you. That I'm sensitive? I'm very sensitive. I think for like majority of my life I portrayed that I was just like untouchable, not sensitive, don't care about things, and which I kind of believed myself too. And then it reached to a point like this year where I was like, oh damn, I really am sensitive and I feel like everything ever, like too much, and it kind of drives me crazy sometimes. But yeah, I'm very sensitive. I'm a very delicate person, and not sensitive in the sense of like you can't tell me things. Like I could definitely like get along in that way. Sometimes I could get along in that way, but realistically I'm just sensitive, point blank, period. And nothing wrong with that, just as long as you know how to healthily let your emotions flow and all that good stuff. Nothing wrong with being emotional. Hashtag Moon Pisces up in this bit. Hey, let me know if you're a Moon Pisces or whatever. Another question, favorite YouTubers. Okay, this one is super easy for me. My favorite YouTubers, and they have been my favorite YouTubers for like a while now, would be Just Kidding News and originally Just Kidding Films, because that's how they started. Yeah, they are my favorite YouTubers. They are just so like real and authentic, different, funny, edgy, just like everything that I would want my friend group to be, they are. And like throughout this year, like obviously hasn't been the easiest for anybody, and I feel like their videos literally brighten up my day. Like just, I could be in the worst mood ever and just watching a video of theirs like already inspires me. It doesn't even matter what they're talking about, what they're doing, like they are just good energy, and I love it, like adore it. Like I would, like if I saw these people in person, I would literally cry. That's how much I love them. Also another favorite YouTuber of mine, Trisha, and I know she might be problematic, whatever, to some people and all that stuff, and totally everybody's like, you know, allowed to have their own opinion and stuff, but I like her a lot. She is funny. I also watch H3 a lot. I like him and Ela. I like their gang. Yeah, I'm just really into like the whole podcast format. I just really like podcasts, and honestly, little sneak peek, I really been wanting to do one, but like I literally have 0 friends. It's COVID times, and I don't know how interesting a podcast would be if it was just me. So I don't know, but it is something that I would like to venture into like later in the future. I just don't think right now would be like the best time for it. But yeah, sorry I went off topic. Those are my favorite YouTubers at the moment. The last thing that made you cry. Self-reflection, you know, but self-reflection is good. Don't take this as a bad thing, like, oh my gosh, she cried. Like, it's good to cry, and it's good to realize that sometimes you are the bad guy, and not to say that you should willingly be the bad guy, but it's good to self-reflect and just kind of know like, okay, I mess up too, instead of just pointing, you know. Self-reflection, shadow work, call it what you like, but yeah, that's the answer. Okay, this is really getting me mad. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Like literally, I'm trying so hard to just glue this down, and it's just like not happening. Do you believe in love at first sight? Hell yeah, I do. That shit happened to me. I fell in love at first sight, or I guess, okay, maybe not at first sight, because technically when I saw this person, it wasn't at first sight, but it was like one of the first times I'd seen them. It was like the first time I saw them in my class that I was like, ooh, that's a cutie. Yeah, I don't know. I do believe in love at first sight, but there's like extents to it. You cannot just like fall in love. And here's where people like, I'm about to get into it real quick. People get carried away with the idealization aspect of a relationship, and to be happy in a relationship, to be happy with anybody, you cannot be an idealist. You cannot think that it's gonna be like the movies and that it's just gonna be like The Notebook and all that stuff. Like, you have to be real. Like, things are gonna happen. People are not perfect. You are not perfect. So it's like, do not expect perfection from anything that comes from this flawed earth, you know? Pretty much. But I do believe in it though. Do I think it's the healthiest thing? I think if it works out, yeah, but I think if it doesn't, then hell no. What is the best and worst purchase you've ever made? Best purchase I've ever made? would honestly have to be this camera. Oh no, I'm lying. It would have to be my chair and my desk for sure. That totally changed the game for me. I used to play, like, I would put my monitor on my dresser and literally sit on my bed to play. It was a literal nightmare. My back would hurt so much. And I think just like this chair, I mean the chair and the desk, I really can't pick between both, but just such a big game changer. Like literally the comfort level at 1,000. Yeah. And my worst purchase ever would definitely have to be things that are just temporary. I won't really get into it, but you know, like sometimes you're just like, oh, like I want like Starbucks or frozen yogurt or food, and you end up going, and I'm the type of person that I don't really think before I spend, which is a really bad habit of mine, but I'm very impulsive with my purchasing, so I'd have a whole list of things that I regret getting, but mostly it has to do with like food and just things that are like temporary that don't last. Like you eat them and they're gone, you know, or they hit the toilet and then they're gone, but pretty much temporary stuff. Yeah, and I'm trying to get better at managing my money because I really want to like invest into my future and be more responsible and stuff. So you will see me progress as I get older and better and smarter or whatever, but yeah, pretty much. What profession do you hate the most? Anything that has to do with politics, pretty much. Really. Yeah, just anything that like people have to praise and stuff. It's just like, bro, you are... Like, we are all people. Like, nobody is better than anybody. Nobody is worse than anybody. And like I know a lot of people will be like, oh, there's bad people in this world and da, 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 da. Like go off and shit, right? But yeah, there is, but being realistic, like what, like here's where people fail. People point the finger so much and say, you're a bad person, you're a bad person for this, you're a bad person for this, you're a bad person for this. I'm guilty of this myself. And then when you really sit down, self-reflect, and you realize, oh my gosh, I've actually made mistakes. I've actually probably even made worse mistakes than the people that I'm judging. So there shouldn't be any judgment for anybody. So it's like all these politicians just acting all high and mighty, pretending that they're gonna deliver these promises that they're making. It's like just a whole load of BS to me. I just don't do the whole politics thing. Not for me. Anybody that's in those positions can like really just, you know, but yeah, pretty much not into it, hate it, despise it, disgusting. My zodiac sign, I am a sun Sagittarius, rising Sagittarius, and Pisces moon. So yeah, you just do what you want with that information. It's conflicting, I know. Okay, before I get to the rest of the questions, I'm gonna do a little surprise.
You're getting to be a big boy.
So here's my fit. I'm wearing these blue shorts like Caillou, wearing the shirt, got the bald head going on, got them shoes and them socks or whatever, looking real cute. I don't know, I dressed up for Halloween as a skeleton, but I really wish I would have just dressed up as Caillou because I look a lot more cuter, to be honest. I really wanted to save this question for last because I think it was the most important to answer. What's the biggest lesson you've learned? So this is gonna be like one less, or a lot of lessons in one. Treat people how you want to be treated. Don't let your ego get in the way of your dreams or what you really want to do. And don't be an egomaniac. Be good to animals and the earth just as you should be to yourself and other people. And pretty much it's just oneness, you know? You really gotta preach oneness, and sometimes, you know, I am not the perfect person. Like my chakras really be imbalanced sometimes, and sometimes they're overactive and under, and I am human. I am not perfect. I am not the blueprint. Like, do not like think that I am anywhere near that. Just oneness and knowing that we all make mistakes and we all go through bad times in life and we all have good times in life, and you know, just take life with a grain of salt. And this isn't saying like, oh, your life doesn't matter. Everybody's life matters, but If you ever feel like you have too much on your plate, like there's too much pressure, just look at the world from like a bird eye view. We are all just ants on this earth. And I'm talking about humans. We are really just all ants on this earth. Like, we are so insignificant to the universe that it doesn't even matter what we do. And you know, some people might take that as like, oh, it doesn't matter what we do, so like I'm just gonna like do like whatever I want and do bad for me and be like so mean to other people. Like, that's not what I mean. It's like, it doesn't matter what we do, so it's like, don't try to live your life according to what other people want you to do. Don't try to live your life according to what society deems correct. Live your life how you want to live and do as you please, say as you please, feel as you please, you know. Definitely just, I don't know, man. Biggest lesson in life for me personally, I used to be an egomaniac, and my ego has like knocked down a bunch of notches, you know. It's still existent because I still am a homo sapien, but you know, it is good to practice to diminish the ego. The ego isn't just being an egomaniac and self-centered and like a narcissist. The ego is also what holds you back from doing what you want to do. The ego is that voice in your head that doubts you and that makes you feel bad. And you know, it's just like to diminish that little voice and to know that you are so much more than that little voice is a lot, you know. To explore your unconscious brain is a lot. To just work on yourself is a lot, and it's a good a lot, you know. It takes time, it takes effort, it takes everything, but like, do that shit, you know. I don't know, I went on a tangent here. I really hope you liked my video. I'm sorry that the bald cap did not live to his expectations. Honestly, I wasn't really expecting much since this bald cap was like $8, but who would I have to blame but myself, right? Anyways, again, I really hope you enjoyed my video. Please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and let me know if you'd like to see any other videos, what types of videos, and I'll see you next time. Peace and love!